Welcome back, YouTubers! Today, we're doing something completely different. What if I told you there's a fascinating connection between Inglourious Basterds and Final Fantasy VII Remake? Specifically, between two of the most chilling and manipulative villains in fiction, Colonel Hans Landa and Professor Hojo, as well as two leading ladies, Aerith and Shosanna. Stay with me because once I break this down, you might never see these characters or their stories the same way again. Both Landa and Hojo are villains that get under your skin, not just because of what they do, but because of how they do it. Let's start with their intelligence. They are both brilliant, and they know it. They manipulate everyone around them with precision and have a complete lack of empathy for their victims. Notice how even in shot composition, both Tarantino and Square Enix's director align their villains with an uncanny symmetry. Whether intentional or not, this framing enhances the underlying parallels between Colonel Hans Landa and Professor Hojo as master manipulators, intelligent, calculated, and utterly devoid of empathy. For an example, in Inglourious Basterds, Landa sits across from Shosanna and orders her milk. Yes, milk, which he knows is connected to her past. He also stares at her uncomfortably long, and just when the tension peaks, he drops that chilling line,
Il y avait une autre chose que je voulais vous demander. Mais maintenant, sur ma vie, impossible de m'en souvenir.
He knows Shosanna is the Jewish girl he hunted down, and in that moment he's deciding whether she's more useful alive or dead. That's pure psychological warfare. Now compare that to Hojo in Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Would you like to see your mother?
He may not have Landa's charm, and Hojo is far more theatrical in his style, but he's just as calculating and cruel. Take this interrogation of Aerith. He casually dehumanizes her, reduces her existence to an interesting specimen, while entirely dismissing her as a person. Like Landa, he knows exactly what he wants from her and plays mind games to keep her under his control. Both characters also have a disrespect for others' work. Landa extinguishes his cigarette in the strudel cream like it's trash, and Hojo barely regards others as species, outright referring to individuals as samples. It's their arrogance and condescension that makes them so effective as villains. What's most striking is how both Shosanna and Aerith are trapped in these moments. Neither can leave, and both are forced to endure the full scope of their tormentor's tyranny. Shosanna barely keeps it together, and Aerith can't even keep a straight face. It takes both our leading ladies every ounce of strength and then some to stay emotionally sound amidst their tormentors, and both are left exacerbated, breaking down once their respective tyrants finally exit. As the viewer, you are gripped to your screen, unable to so much as blink. What makes the scenario even more compelling is that both Shosanna and Aerith are destined to meet an unfortunate end. Aerith is more spiritual in the sense that she needs to join the livestream to save the planet. Shosanna's sacrifice is literal, seizing the opportunity to end the Holocaust. Of course, there are differences. Christoph Waltz's portrayal of Landa is masterful in its subtlety. He's charming, polite, even likable at first glance, and arguably one of the best actors we know. Hojo, on the other hand, is more theatrical, almost cartoonishly evil in his delivery, but their core traits, intelligence, manipulation, and lack of empathy, make them two sides of the same coin. They also both use their bodies to fill the space in order to oppress their victim. Landa takes big bites, chews far too loud, profound, and long, all on purpose to unbalance Shosanna, and Hojo, being more direct, throws himself at the glass wall, fidgets endlessly with his hands, and speaks with delusions of grandeur. So, what do you guys think? Did I just blow your mind with this comparison, or are you like, nah, that's a bit of a stretch? Personally, I think both characters are fascinating reflections of how psychological intimidation can be just as terrifying as physical violence. Obviously, the performance of Landa is a whole other level of skill, but for those of us who love both of these stories, I thought this connection was worth sharing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree, disagree, or see something I missed? And as always, thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.